Ladies and gentlemen, stop what you're doing because what you're about to see will forever destroy your faith in love, loyalty, and hip-hop. Have you ever witnessed a heartbreak so public, messy, and mind-blowingly savage that the internet itself had to sit down and catch its breath? Well, buckle up because tonight's headline will make you wonder if anything is sacred anymore. Yes, you heard me, in a plot twist fit for the most outrageous soap opera, Papoose, the man we crowned hip-hop's most loyal husband, stood in front of the world and publicly dumped Remy Ma for none other than undefeated boxing queen Claressa. Social media is in meltdown mode right now, and group chats are in all caps. Even your grandmother, who believes that Papoose is a type of pasta, is side-eyeing the TV in complete disbelief because the unthinkable just happened. This is the ultimate betrayal in 4K, with millions watching and receipts dropping faster than you can say it's over. Is this love, this war, or is this the biggest publicity heist since Kris Jenner invented the internet? Not too long ago, Papoose and Remy Ma were popular for all the right reasons. The internet hailed them as black love goals, and the man waited for her through a 6-year prison sentence. He wrapped his arms about her, supported her, and even put his own career on the back burner. People were out there writing love songs and wedding hashtags about them. Papoose, hip-hop's so-called king of loyalty, didn't just leave Remy Ma, he did it live, on stage, for another queen, with receipts, drama, and with the kind of audacity that deserves a slow clap or a public stoning, depending on who you ask. Papoose can wait for Remy Ma. You can wait for your man for at least 5 minutes while he's gaming. However, as we've all learned, love is only one bad direct message away from catastrophe. The cracks began as whispers. But when Remy's Instagram posts started to become a little cryptic, more matching couple fits, more solo shots, more independent woman captions, and less of that signature path and Remy energy we all ignored. It because we said that celebrities have private lives, believing that the delusion was real. Then came Claressa Shields' Olympic gold undefeated. The universe was screaming, but we were too busy double-tapping throwbacks to notice. Cut to the night that rocked the timeline, an awards show, one of those lavishly live-streamed events where everyone is dressed in designer clothes. The camera pans the crowd, and Remy Ma is there in killer heels, chin high, unbothered queen energy. Papoose is posted. In the ring, undefeated in snatching spotlights, is the kind of woman who enters a room and everyone else just fades into the background. She and Papoose are reportedly just friends. But we have a very special moment tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The audience thinks it's just another dull tribute. So they start scrolling through their phones until the spotlight hits Papoose, who is standing in the middle of the stage, looking nervous but determined. He taps the microphone and everyone's eyes are fixed on him. Remy smiles, perhaps expecting a surprise shout-out or a cute couple moment. But the plot twists harder than AI have nothing but love and respect for Remy Ma. But life has changed. I found a new home, Claressa. Will you marry me? Wait, we just proposed to live in front of Remy. His Instagram collapses, his Twitter combusts, and the YouTube comment section goes crazy. The camera cuts to Remy Ma's face, frozen in an expression that's somewhere between shock, heartbreak, and oh hell no, this isn't happening for a reason. Papoose takes a deep breath tonight. For one moment, the entire world stops breathing. Claressa approaches the stage with a smile on her face, as if she had already won the main event. The audience is a bewildered mess, with some clapping and others just sitting there with their mouths open, trying to determine whether this is a publicity stunt, a fever dream, or the end of an era. Meanwhile, Remy Ma stands up with every camera in the room following her. Her jaw is set, and her eyes are burning. But not a tear falls because she is Remy Ma. If you thought the live proposal was the main event, you've obviously never seen a queen dethroned in real time. The internet is already creating reaction memes, But Remy is staring directly at Claressa instead of Papoose. She's giving someone the look you give when you're figuring out how many years you'll get for assault, if you go full Bronx on national TV. Meanwhile, Remy is sweating. The crowd goes silent, then erupts in cheers and gasps, and one person in the back yells, "World star." The moment #team goes viral, tweets start trending, and if Papoose can do Remy like that, there is no hope for the rest of us. As Remy prepares to release the most difficult song of 2025, celebrities begin to weigh in. Cardi B posts a dubious tweet and deletes it. Joe goes live on Instagram with a man about what's happening, drinking tea so tightly that he almost chokes. Wendy Williams even comes out of retirement to say, "I told y'all these men aren't loyal." However, the drama doesn't end there. Reports begin to surface that Remy left the event early, surrounded by security, without saying a word. No comment is the coldest no comment in history. It's icy enough to freeze Wi-Fi signals across the country. But wait, the plot thickens because apparently this wasn't some impulsive, heat-of-the-moment proposal made by anonymous sources who may or may not be. Pap tries to pursue her, but Claressa grabs his hand and the cameras record every second. You couldn't write this if you tried. All the signs were there, but no one wanted to believe it. Or perhaps they simply couldn't imagine Papoose ever pulling a move this savage. If you want more, consider leaked text messages purportedly between Pap and Claressa, in which he states that he's finally ready to live his truth, and that Remy deserves someone who can match her ambition and not hold her back. The stylist's cousin's neighbor began leaking details. Word is that Pap and Claressa have been secretly dating for months, including lavish dinner dates, low-key vacations to Miami, and a mystery ring sighted on Claressa's finger weeks before the big night. The internet erupts once more as people accuse them of being fake, while others zoom in CSI style, matching up timestamps and emojis, desperate for a smoking gun. Meanwhile, Remy Ma's silence is nearly deafening as she posts a single black screen on her Instagram story with the words, "Real queens don't compete with pawns." What does this mean for the entire industry? As Reddit detectives are decoding every syllable, font choice, and pixel. And it's not just fans either. Choosing sides, posting cryptic stories with snake and crown emojis. And suddenly, everyone has an opinion. Bloggers unearth old interviews and freeze-frame every awkward look and suspicious response, creating a whole cinematic universe of what-ifs. When did it start? YouTube body language experts are dissecting Pap's posture and Claressa's smile in 45-minute explainers that go viral right away. You know the drama is real when people are watching old episodes of Love and Hip Hop again, in search of Easter eggs and warning signs. Was Remy always suspicious? Was Pap always too supportive? Did Claressa? Did she really say, "I'd never steal another woman's man" in that interview? Or was that a deepfake? No one knows, but everyone has an opinion. Let's not forget about fan conspiracies. One viral thread claims that Remy and Claressa were best friends, and that this is all retaliation for a secret falling out in 2023. Another claims that Pap and Claressa have been business partners for years, and that the marriage is a cover for an even bigger power move. The most outrageous one is that this is all a promotional campaign for Remy's next album, and that we're merely pawns in her marketing genius. If only everyone wants a piece of a story. Even the mayor tweets, "We do not condone this level of mess in our city. #pray for Remy." Is he joking? Is he serious? Who even knows anymore? But while the world is arguing and speculating, and Mim is moving at breakneck speed, you know who's missing from the chaos? Remy Ma, the queen herself. There are no rants or exposing posts, just that chilling, cryptic silence. Which of course only heightens everyone's obsession because, my friends, when a storm like this strikes, the quiet before the next thunderclap is where the real danger lies. As the world waits for Remy's next move, they have no idea that the real scandal is just getting started. The city may be bustling, but Rhee's silence is its own kind of thunder. Every minute she remains silent, the tension rises as DMs flood. Her social media accounts, with everyone from Ailes rappers to old high school friends, blowing up her phone and setting up a paparazzi camp outside her. Building tabloids pay six figures for a reaction shot. And in a move that no one anticipates, Remy Ma simply vanishes. For a full day, there are no stories, tweets, or surprises. Just a digital black hole where one of hip-hop's loudest voices used to be on the internet. One conspiracy theorist on TikTok claims that Remy booked a private jet to Paris for a revenge globe. And another says that she checked herself into a celebrity heartbreak rehab. Apparently, that's what's happening. While Remy memes go viral, and there are even references to Homer Simpson and SpongeBob, are out here looking for the queen, but underneath all the jokes, there's a genuine sense of dread because, as anyone who knows Remy knows, she never stays down for long, and when she does, she doesn't come back quietly. However, while Remy's Pap and Claressa are everywhere, they're on talk shows, posting pictures of champagne-clinking boomerangs on Instagram. And insiders have leaked information about their elegant engagement dinner. Rumor has it that the menu included lobster, caviar, ND, the tears of every Remy Ma fan in the tri-state area. There's even a blurry, it's obviously staged paparazzi shot of Claressa, flashing a diamond that could pay off half of Brooklyn's student loans. In the caption, he placed a ring in front of the world, and let's talk about that ring for a second. Jeweler to the stars. An anonymous statement claims that this piece was made for a queen Papoose at no cost, and it is 14 carats in perfect clarity and engraved with the words "Forever Knockout." The internet goes crazy. Is it a jab at Remy's entire history? Or is it just an inside joke between two people who obviously enjoy a good headline? Well, remember those leaked texts now? A grainy security camera video purportedly from a fancy hotel lobby shows Pap and Claressa looking very cozy weeks before the awards show. With time on their hands, all of them match up outfits, track backgrounds, and run thorough forensic breakdowns. The conclusion, according to the internet, is that Pap has been emotionally checked out for months, and that the only thing more fake than his loyalty was Remy's last words. Notes begin to circulate, allegedly Pat spilling his heart out to Claressa about years of feeling stuck, finding true love, and wanting the world to see that I'm finally happy. Sponsored wig post. But wait, plot twist. A close friend of Remy's drops an anonymous bombshell to a notorious gossip blog. According to the source, Remy and Pap's relationship has been hanging by a thread for more than a year. She knew it was coming, and everyone in their circle did. The only people who didn't know were the fans and Remy. Remy has something cooking that will make everything seem like child's play. The blog goes crazy with speculation. Is Remy going to sue? Is she going to release the most intense anthem of retaliation since Lemonade? Or is she about to expose Pap and Claressa for something even messier? In the real world, the fallout is just beginning. Within 48 hours of Pap's live betrayal, several sponsors drop him and Claressa, including a major sneaker brand. The meme economy is booming with edits of fake magazine covers, deepfake reunion trailers, and heated debates on Twitter. The internet's favorite sport is becoming a battle between #Team Remy, #Team Claressa. One group is crying that Remy is better off, while the other group is saying that Pap finally found his real queen. Pap posts a lengthy, meandering notes app apology to anyone hurt by my truth, which manages to trend for all the wrong reasons. The top comment reads, "Bro, you could have just texted her like a normal person." Claressa's mentions are full of heart and snake emojis. And a bank discreetly withdraws from a planned hip-hop and boxing youth initiative. Abruptly, rumors of legal issues begin to circulate, and Remy's infamously silent legal team is examining all contractual duties and weighing all of the options tabloids present. As usual, the real action is on social media. Where TikTok is flooded with advice on how to recover after being dumped live on stage, YouTube explodes with body language. Experts reacting to Remy Ma's face, and the top 10 most savage celebrity dumpings. Even people who have never heard a Remy Ma song in their lives are now circling like sharks due to the frenzied speculation surrounding prenuptial agreements. Breach of contract, emotional distress lawsuits, and claims that Remy could take Pap for half his royalties and the rights to his next 3 albums. Devoted to her emotional health, Twitter threads examine every previous interview in search of hints. Was Remy always this cold? Did Pap ever truly love her? Is Claressa planning from the beginning? It's just when it looks like the storm is about to pass, Remy Ma suddenly goes live on Instagram. There is no glitz or glamour, just Remy sitting in silence for a solid half hour while the viewer count soars past 1 million. Then, in a voice that sounds like she's announcing the end of the world, she says, "They thought they could play me. They thought wrong. Cue the app lags." And the internet is exploding with comments. Remy is about to drop a nuke, but she looks too composed. The tension is so intense that it's over for them. Remy simply shrugs and says, "Remember, real queens never compete for pawns." The world goes crazy, and all major music blogs are on high alert. Is she going to release a diss track or announce a Talal documentary? Or did she just serve as the ultimate power move, demonstrating that she doesn't even have to go to their level to win over some fans? Is more deadly than any disc. Some people believe it's the quiet before a lyrical hurricane. Claressa, meanwhile, takes a selfie in the gym with the message, "They can say what they want, but I know my worth." Papoose is panicking. The world is catching its breath. A new leak appears. A well-known podcast host claims to have inside information that Remy is not just hurt, but also furious. The comments are divided between support and pure venom. Papa, on the other hand, tries to go on Instagram Live to correct the record, but everyone wants to see what Remy does next. History has taught us anything, it's that when Remy Ma puts her hurt on wax, everyone listens. Fans start counting down to midnight, hoping for a surprise drop. Insiders are betting on chart dominance. And even Rhee's detractors are secretly terrified she returns stronger. Then, just as everyone is getting ready for the next wave, another bombshell drops. A leaked video purportedly shows Pap and Claressa fighting backstage at the awards show. Someone in the background is murmuring, "She's not going to let this slide," and Claressa appears agitated and upset. As the world consumes every pixel, every rumor, and every new drop of tea, one question looms over everything. Did Claressa truly win, or did she just buy herself a front-row seat to the messiest breakup in hip-hop history? Theories abound that perhaps Pap is regretting his decisions, or perhaps Claressa is realizing that drama doesn't always make the grass greener. Remy Ma's silence was the calm before the storm. But now, the first crack of thunder comes with a mysterious tweet from an anonymous industry insider about warrants and misappropriated funds tied to a recently engaged celebrity couple. Within minutes, screenshots appear everywhere, and suddenly Pap and Claressa are more than just tabloid fodder. She may be quietly building her empire or preparing for a comeback while her ex and his new queen drown in the mess they made with the entire internet, watching, holding its collective breath, and knowing that Remy Ma never lets a slight slide. Trending with terms like investigation and embezzlement attached to their names. Of course, no one cares about the facts anymore. But when the drama is this juicy, the next thing you know, cable news is airing breathless segments. Could Papoose and Clarissa's whirlwind romance be concealing a darker secret? One anchor asks, her eyes wide, as if she just learned that the Queen herself was watching fake police reports that flood Twitter. Everyone has a cousin who has seen the documents. And some genius deepfakes a video of Claressa in handcuffs, gathering 5 million views before it is fact-checked. In the meantime, sponsors are dropping Pap and Claressa left and right. One energy drink posts a shady Instagram story saying, "We only support real champions." The boxing league releases a mysterious statement about reviewing all athlete conduct, which is like watching dominoes fall. The internet can't get enough of it. Remy Ma posts another story with her sipping tea and smirking at the camera, with Drake's back-to-back faintly playing in the background. It's not subtle, it's war, the legal circus. Pap tries to play the victim in a heartfelt interview, but every time he says he's being misunderstood, Twitter bombards him with new memes. One of them goes viral and shows a photoshopped Pap sitting in a doghouse with the caption, "Should have stayed loyal." Rumors say Remy's lawyers are searching for every possible way to squeeze Pap's bank account. According to an insider, she's pushing for full ownership of their house and their joint businesses, including that iconic pair of sneakers Pap once wore to her album release party. And just when it appears that Remy's mother would let attorneys speak, the best way she knows how to go nuclear is by releasing a surprise single at midnight. The cover art features a cartoon of Pap and Claressa at the altar, with Remy in the background dropping a microphone. The song goes straight through line after line, with Remy crying into the lies, betrayal, and public humiliation that you broke your vows for a moment in the spotlight, but the crown remains heavy on the rights of the real queen. The internet goes crazy and YouTube and TikTok erupt with fan edits. And within an hour, the hashtag Ray single quotes S retribution is the most popular hashtag globally. The fallout is immediate, with Pap and Claressa's engagement post being bombarded with fan videos, with thousands of responses. Cardi B tweets, "You Remy? That was cold. Remy warned you that this is what happens when you disrespect royalty." Even celebrities can't help themselves. It's not just a song, it's a cultural moment, but it doesn't end there. The following day, exclusive news breaks that a major network is in negotiations for a Remy Ma's working title, Queen Unbothered Insider's Promise. With 10 fire emojis, Fat Joe goes live with Remy just laughing and shaking his head. The energy is wild. When Pap tries to respond with his own song, it barely makes a dent because his comments are filled with Remy fans quoting her hardest bars back at him. Claressa, for her part, announces a new fight, but the press conferences are flooded with questions about the ring and not the championship. A kind of financial fallout hits next. Papa reportedly has to sell his valuable watch collection, a car, and the rights to an unreleased mixtape just to cover mounting legal fees. Gossip blogs report Pat sleeping on his homie's couch and Claressa rethinking their engagement. They deny everything, but it's too late. The internet has already decided their fate. Someone puts up a phony for sale sign outside the house where Remy and Papa once lived. The memes keep coming, but Remy is winning like never before. Her streams soar, her merchandise sells out, and fans uncover old interviews. Analyzing every smirk, eye roll, and shade-filled response for hints that she always knew this day would arrive. Even her detractors acknowledge that she's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers, and she writes, "Winning looks good on me." In the midst of the chaos, a final bombshell is dropped. A secret recording purportedly shows Pap confessing to a friend that the entire public proposal was intended to exact revenge on Remy for holding him back. The recording is hazy and may be fake, but it doesn't matter because it's the last straw. Government officials begin to weigh in, mainly as a joke. But some opportunistic politicians call for stricter social media regulations to prevent celebrity heartbreak from destabilizing the culture. The mayor tweets once more, "Brooklyn stands with Remy." Even a Japanese anime fan art thread featuring Remy as the sword-wielding empress, Pap as the sobbing samurai, and Claressa in the background training for a rematch has gone viral. The story is everywhere on television, podcasts, morning radio, and every group chat in the nation. Papa tries to keep quiet, but every time he leaves the house, fans bombard him with the possibility that he should have stayed with Claressa. The fake White House account posts National Remy Ma when the entire nation is in on the drama by now. Jim videos pretending not to care, but her next fight sells out. And everyone wants to see if the drama queen of the internet can throw a punch as hard as Remy throws shade. Rumors are circulating that she and Pap are taking a break to focus on themselves. Translation: Remy Ma glows through it all. She shows up at an awards show wearing a crown and strutting the red carpet by herself. The cameras and fans adore her, and even the haters have to admit that she won. The lesson here, ladies and gentlemen, is that in a world of fake friends, fame-hungry ex-partners, and clout-chasing new loves, the only crown worth wearing is the one you put on yourself. Remy knew it. The internet knows it. And after tonight, even Pap and Claressa can't deny it. So what do you think? Did anyone see this coming? Did anyone expect hip-hop's most devoted couple to blow up on live TV? Could anyone have predicted that one messy marriage proposal would tear down an empire and replace it with a new one? Think viewers were constantly planning. Did Claressa steal the throne? Or did she just rent it for a season? Is Remy the queen of the comeback? Or is this the start of an even more outrageous story? Please share your wildest theories in the comments section. Tag your friends and start a debate because the tea never stops boiling here. Hey, if you want the real story, before the tabloids come out, make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe for the next episode of Internet Insanity and enable notifications. Trust me, anything can happen in this game. Perhaps the next bombshell is already brewing, just waiting for the next headline to appear. I want to hear your wildest theories, hottest takes, and every single meme you have. If you want to be the first to catch the next scandal, the next viral meltdown, and the stories the mainstream will never tell you, you already know what to do. Smash that like button so hard it breaks the internet. Subscribe to Gossip Spill Vibe, the only place where the tea is always piping hot. Stay unbothered, stay legendary, and never let them see you sweat until the next time. Stay prepared because the next viral meltdown could be yours. Whether Papoose was just waiting for his moment or Issa pulled off the ultimate power move. Never know what will be revealed next in this celebrity's lives, where secrets are revealed, legends are created, and you are always in the front row. Thank you for watching. Stay messy, and I'll see you in the next jaw-dropping expos. And the drama never sleeps, so don't forget to hit that bell icon.